Hey everybody and welcome to another Thursday list video. Today, our first list of 2022 is an important one. It's a list of goals, it's a list of change. Because what is 2020? What is a new year except for a chance to make new resolutions that you ultimately give up on? But instead of doing resolutions that normal people do, we're going to do resolutions based on what we hope to accomplish in 2022 in Arkham Horror, because we're gonna keep making content for this game for 2022 unless for some reason, a meteorite filled with Cthulhu monsters comes down and hit us, and then we're gonna start making real Arkham Horror content and expect us to die in the first room of
Oh yeah.
our parlor. We get together, we're like, this is our chance, guys, we've been practicing, and then a ghoul just bursts into the window, drags me out screaming, and then that's it for me. So with this one, we have a few resolutions that we're going to talk about. So Bryn, the first one on the list is yours. I'm going to throw it to you, which is, Bryn, try to stick to your initial plan.
Yeah, so I usually show up with a honestly pretty rough idea of what I want my deck to do. And I always tell myself that I'm going to buy the cards that will make this deck work, and not the shiny new 8 XP green card. I lie every time. Yeah, I very rarely actually end up with like my first 10 XP being spent on something useful. And instead I'm like, check it out, guys, now how many dogs can I have play?
Yeah. I'm actually honestly very surprised you haven't brought a sled dog deck to the table yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it because you are waiting for the chance to convince not Travis but me to also play
Yeah.
sled dogs? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, 4 sled dogs, that's boring.
Yeah.
8 sled dogs.
Nice. Yeah.
What's our Mordoth gonna do?
And really though, like if your plan is like, this isn't to say be less janky. It's like if you have a janky plan,
No,
just stick to it
no.
from the beginning. Don't
Yeah,
get
to buy,
sidetracked.
yeah, buy the
Yeah.
cards that make the deck work and not, like, the red clock that I bought.
As Bob.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it was a bad choice,
It's
but
just
it definitely wasn't a part of the plan.
a card like Red Clock is one you buy on layaway. You get 5 XP, you spend 3 of it, save 2 of it for the Red Clock in the future.
Yeah, but after that first time, the first chance that we had to buy cards, I had 10 XP. It's like the universe was telling me that I needed to do that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to say no. I agree. I agree. All right. My first resolution is I want to play all investigators in a campaign in 2022. Not at the same time. That would be against the rules. But because of how the streaming schedule has continued to grow on the channel, and now we have 2 Arkham streams a week in addition to the games and campaigns that Travis, Bryn, and I do. I want to run a campaign with every investigator for this year. At least one with all investigators. That does include, unfortunately, some of the investigators like Lola, Hayes, and Skids O'Toole, the ones that I'm not really fond of. But I do want to do all investigators at least once throughout the year, because then at the end, when I make my tier list at the end of 2022, I can be like, no, this investigator is still garbage, and I just played them recently, so I know. It made me, though, because I've been thinking about this for a while for a resolution I wanted to do, and it's really hit me recently how many investigators there are in the game, and how much I'm going to have to play Arkham this year to get this done. So buckle up, everybody. It's going to be a time.
Just start playing four-handed, Justin.
So my brain has finally gotten to the point where I can do two-handed. If I had four-handed, it would be the worst thing in the world. But I might have to. All right, Travis, what is your first resolution?
I don't know, which one did you play? Play more generalists, yeah. When I play with Bryn and Justin, I pretty much always end up playing either a dedicated monster fighter or a dedicated Kluger. And I would like to try something different. I don't get to play very many generalists. It also falls into like what classes we play. Bryn and Justin like to play the red and the green ones, and I end up playing typically some blue or yellow, or occasionally purple investigator, but yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
It's not. Don't have too much to say in regards to this. Pretty simple.
You just want us to hog it less. I get it. This is your non-confrontational way of saying, "Hey, let me be general."
Travis, though,
You
you know
think
what
that if-
happened. You know what happens when I play a monster fighter. I turn into a tree and drop my rifle and then don't kill anything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You're not wrong.
Yeah. All right,
That's
Bryn.
probably why I end up doing that stuff.
It is, well, yeah. That's like, isn't that kind of like what happened? Like with your, I mean, your Wendy kind of was a generalist, but like for more focused on killing because Leo kept turning into a tree. Your
Yeah.
waylays, yeah.
Yeah.
Bryn, your next resolution is a nice simple one.
Yeah, I didn't play Will Yorick at all during 2021.
Didn't you play him in our one collection challenge?
Yeah, that wasn't part of 2021 though. Probably.
Time's crazy,
I
man.
honestly don't know.
I need to
Yeah.
find out now for my own sanity.
But yeah, I'd like to play more Will Yorick. He's real cool, and they keep putting new items in the game, new assets. Because what are they going to do? Not do that? And some of them discard themselves. It's kind of cool.
So I can confirm that it was March 2021, so that's practically 2022. It's like pretty much
Yeah.
2020. Sorry, 2020, not 2021. Do you
Yeah,
have
just
any?
round down.
Do you have any things that you want to do with the new cards in Edge of the Earth, or is it just more?
So, I think that Schaffner's catalog might be like kind of busted with,
Yeah, definitely.
like not like broken or horribly game warping, but like really good.
Mhm.
And I got a feeling like bandages might be much the same
Yeah.
because that card's a house when you get to play it like 6 times.
Yeah, and there's rumors of another player expansion on the horizon soon, so maybe there will be even more goodies to come out then. That would be
You
nice.
never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, because
Well, you do because Fantasy Flight announces these things ahead of time, but
they do.
like,
Yes, yeah. It's actually kind of crazy because it was August that we started getting spoiler cards for Edge of the Earth, but how it rolled out, it feels like it was both like it's actually pretty far away in like their general planned release schedule. So we are going to see something sooner, even though I'm like, no, we just got Edge of the Earth Investigators last month, but that's not the case. My next one is I specifically want to try Diana and Patrice again. Patrice, because the first time I played her, it sucked. I did not do great. I also didn't really know how to build a Patrice deck, and I don't think we kind of even Travis's first time with the Patrice deck, it was kind of just trying things out to see what fits, and even then some of it was kind of just it was the improvisational part of it, right, where you don't really know what you were doing, but you're just trying to always focus. And Travis's stories of Mind's Eye Patrice, and I want to try an actual focused Patrice build with a plan. That's not just hey, I'm going to put 40 cards in this deck because my deck size is huge. As well with Diana. My only time I've played Diana was when I played her with Gloria, and she was just completely outclassed by Gloria when I played with her. So I want to try a Diana where she is the only one who is interacting with that portion of the game to see if I am actually missing what everyone else is saying because of my bad run with her, or if she's just not my playstyle. So I'm very curious to see how that goes for me. Travis, your next one.
Yeah, I'd like to. Oh no, it's supposed to be a non-yellow green character, Justin.
Oh, non-yellow green?
Yeah, specifically green. Because I never play green characters. And when I do, they're like Monterey Jack. Or I guess Finn, who's an honorary green character, or honorary yellow character, kind of. But yeah, there's basically an entire fifth of the game that I haven't really interacted with. I feel like I'm not really getting my money's worth on that.
That is, yeah, there's just you get one less investigator in each pack.
Yeah.
not always.
I don't know
Sometimes
if
the
it's gonna
investigator is Tritch.
That's true, or Finn, that's
Yeah.
right, yeah.
Yeah.
Travis, have you played
I
Trish?
don't know who it's gonna be if it's Skids O'Toole or the Winifred or something like that. But just try something different.
Sick.
Do something other than play deduction.
There you go. How's that, Travis? I fixed it.
Excellent, thank
Yeah.
you. It's fantastic.
Have you played Trish?
I don't think so, not yet.
Sick.
Bryn played our first Innsmouth run, right?
Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. Bryn, this one's yours.
So this is not like a herder, don't play Lola Haze. It's like, don't let myself be tempted into bringing a Lola Haze deck to the table. Because, like, they keep putting out new cards. And every time I see some of the new stuff, I'm like, oh man, Lola could work. Like, I promise it'll work this time, guys. But it won't. It doesn't. There's never a good reason to be trying to do that.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine Travis's reaction when he's like, all right, I'm going to play a generalist non-yellow-green character, and I'm going to be the flex. Then Bryn's like, no problem, I got the enemies handled. And then he comes with a Lola Haze deck. I think Travis might
kill him. Man.
Yeah.
I would probably be killed.
Yeah, probably. That would be it for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, Travis is showing up and he's like, check it out, this is a green purple character, and I'm like, great, I got the other three.
Oh my god. Bryn's like, it's finally happened. Here's my sled dog Lola Haze deck.
No.
With a small splash of synergy for the caravan and the gang up. It's like, no. No, why? Oh god, that would be so funny. All right.
That would be so good.
My next one here is I want to try the Survivor allies I never played. This is specifically Aquina. I want to try her in a Daniela deck. And then also I want to try building with, even though it's not really like an exciting build around, the Guiding Spirit. I want to do stuff with that. And I don't think, I mean, I've played with Granny Orn. I know Granny Orn's good, but I do want to play with her again to, like, you know, just Pete. I want to break up with Pete is what I'm kind of trying to say here. And also just like that general thing that ends up happening with a lot of survivors where you build your Pete and your Jessica because, you know, you just never die. Because not dying and getting +1 to 3 of your stats seems pretty good. I specifically really want to try Aquina in Daniela, and I can't think of any other red allies off the top of my head. I played a lot with Granny Orn this year, so she's another one that I don't really want to play that much in 2022, but I want to try some of the other ones that I've not touched. Like, seriously, Aquina's just sat in my binder. She is like, I played her when we had our first ever run with Patrick, and she was in my Wendy deck, I believe. That's the only time I've played her because she was the only one there, right? Yeah. All right, I think we have one more for Travis, which is this one.
Yeah. In the same vein as like just playing different characters. I'm gonna try and play with more restrictive card pools to get myself away from playing the same cards over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, play a lot with like prepared for the worst and practice makes perfect, and I mean like that's kind of most of them.
Yeah.
Most of the decks I play.
It is like one of those things where it's now just like, it's even me. It's the same thing that you have where I get like, I have deductions, I have perceptions, and I'm like, I might as well play practice makes perfect. And then it just like eats up 8 to 10 cards of your deck, right?
Yeah, it happens with other classes too. You know, playing purple deck here. Well, I'm not going to not play Ward of Protection. I should probably play Deny Existence. It's really good.
Yeah, Promise
and
of
I should
Power.
play Uncage the Soul. Like, I need to be able to play my cards. Why wouldn't I? And then, you know, you've got like 3 or 4 spells that do the same thing. And Arcana shit, and boom, that's like half your deck.
So this is something that we've also been talking about behind the scenes too, and we're gonna like probably do these kind of restrictive card pools like Corset, cycle, and then like another random cycle for our building, as opposed to doing drafts again, because drafts, they suck when you have to upgrade. They suck when you have to upgrade. The drafting is fun. Like, drafting your level 0 deck in the draft challenges is always very exciting to me. I like seeing how they go. And then you have to upgrade and buy shitty cards, which kind of just, sucks. So I think this is a more fun way of us trying to bring these challenges to the channel.
New idea for draft challenge.
Okay.
We draft the level 0, and then after that, you draft a cycle that you get to upgrade with.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually. That's not bad. I like that. And you just get everything within that cycle.
Yeah. Like, admittedly, there aren't really enough of them to draft right now, so maybe you just get 2 and you get to pick 1.
Yeah.
Or what have you. But
yeah, we could try something like that out.
I think that would be better than just drafting the whole thing.
I especially also like drafting our investigators, because that sometimes puts us into investigators we never play. Yeah. Sick. I think also one of our users in our Discord was talking to me about they're trying to build a draft website that has better upgrading, and they were asking me things about it. So hopefully I might try that on stream if they ever finish that. And if it's good, maybe we'll try it. Like, if it actually focuses how the fact that upgrading just sucks when you're drafting. All right. Next thing we got here for me is I want to play a campaign on hard mode. This isn't that big of a thing. I've just never done it, and I think it could be fun. I don't want to do it all the time. We've had some people say, like, when we talk on the channel how we find standard too easy, they say play on hard. But, like, hard and especially expert, you design your decks differently, right? And I like taking tests. I like drawing tokens. And you want to do that less as you get to harder difficulties. But I want to just do a campaign on hard mode just once to say I've done it. Because I haven't. I've never done it. I think it could be either good or a nightmare. So that sounds fun. And then I think I have one last resolution, which is pretty simple. I just want to play even more Deductions this year. I've really enjoyed Deduction in 2021, and I really think it's going to get better once 2022 rolls around. There's going to be...
Especially if they release some new cards that can support it a little more.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely needs... Like, it's almost there. It's almost there. Like, when I saw you with Norman Withers, Travis, looping a Deduction every turn, I was like, I think we almost have it. It just needs a bit more.
Yeah, it was
support.
close, but it's just it needs another small bump,
Yeah, just the tiniest little bump, the tiniest little thing. Sick. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any personal goals and resolutions for yourself for Arkham Horror, the card game in 2022, let us know in the comments. I'd love to read them. And also, what do you think that Deduction could use to get a little bump? Maybe we can get a push in the next cycle when it comes out. Wouldn't that be fun? Thanks for watching. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.